right, everyone, we now have the new temperature gauge. It also does the humidity, the date, everything. I'm so in love with this, so happy. We don't have the outdoor sensor hooked up because for this room, we don't need it. We don't need to know the outdoor temperature for in this bedroom, but we got the temperature for in here, the humidity, the time and stuff. It's great. I love the functions on it. And I have it next to the dog's calendar board, their walking chart, and then I have this other board over here. But I'm so happy that this is up now. Perfect. So much better than the other one. Just quick, easy, especially if I need to adjust the temperature and stuff in this room. I'm going to now tape off the baseboards and around the outlet and around the heater, anywhere where I don't want this color to get onto anything when I go to paint, or touch up the paint I should say, because I'm not full-blown painting all the walls, I'm just doing anywhere. And I also picked up some more of this to fix the mistake I made yesterday, which is good, glad, but it just sucks because this is the one little spot now that's not going to be painted, but it is what it is. It will get eventually painted, and I'm also going to paint the baseboards. Now taped off to protect the baseboard from getting this color on it. So anywhere that I plan to paint that's down low is now protected with some painter's tape. This spot here, I think too, I'm just gonna put a quick bit of paint over it as well. That's a spot that when the dog's bed is here, they always tend to lie here and lie right up against it. And it's just, I can scrub and scrub and it's just like stuck there. So I'm gonna just throw a bit of paint on that as well. But before I start painting, I'm just gonna take the bit of plaster now and fix this little boo-boo I made yesterday. done while I was painting. But anyway, the touch-ups are done in terms of the little areas that needed to be painted. Here I painted around that hole. I'm gonna give it a week because where it was a full-blown hole in the wall that we ended up plastering, to give it time to actually dry versus last time. And then I will sand it and then I'll just paint this little tiny patch. But it is done. I even painted some extra little areas that just had like little nicks and things like that. So tomorrow the plan is to paint all the baseboards, have those all freshened up with some white paint. And I'm also going to have my husband, who has his tool ready to roll here, to start this. He's going to fix this spot in the floor right here. So that will be done. And then once the baseboard's dry and this is completed, Nala can come back in here and have this as a spot to just rest and relax. And I'm going to start bringing all the other stuff for whelping into this room. I got a few things in here, but I need to get everything else in. I need to get the storage cart in here with all the medical stuff, everything like that. I have these all cleared off. I did that the other day, ready to roll. But I cannot wait. The room is gonna look fantastic. When the paint dries, I'm gonna actually move this bookshelf down a little bit and have the TV more flat to the wall, because when her little whelping box / pen, because it's more so a pen than a whelping box, that's what we're doing this time. Last time, if you watched those videos in that series, we had her in a crate type bed. It was a homemade bed that was made over in Russia that we had done. And anyway, it was a large bed, and that's what the puppies and Nala were in when she was whelping. This time we ordered a pen. We're gonna try that and see how she does and see how the puppies do with it. And that's going to go here on this wall. So I'm gonna have the TV more flat to the wall, so that way, Dodger, that way Nella, because she does, our dogs, as weird as it might sound to some people, yes, our dogs do really enjoy and love TV, and they watch it, hence why they have a TV in their bedroom. But like I said, I'm gonna have it more flat to the wall because this is a mount that swivels, and you can have it so it's bent down a bit. As you can see, we have it tilted down a bit so the dogs can actually see the image better. We didn't want to go any lower with the TV because it's already quite low, and when they're playing and stuff like that, I didn't want them hitting off of it and getting covered in dirt. But we do have it quite low to the wall so they can physically see what is on the screen. I know, we're like, our dogs are our world. They're absolutely everything to us. So yeah, we go a little over the top. This is where the pin is gonna go. That way it's not too close to the heater, because starting, I think, Sunday we'll flick on the heater, get this heated up to the temperature it needs to be, because it has to be 29 degrees Celsius in this room. So I'm gonna have that on to help boost up the temperature. But oh my goodness, I am so excited. I can feel myself getting excited, really, really excited. Everything with Nala though is going really, really well. Everything is top notch. No causes of any concerns. Her heart rate is good. Temperature's good. Everything underneath is doing really well. She's like, here you go. You guys want to see? But yes, everything is developing really well. Yeah. Hey, girly. Huh? But oh my goodness. She is such a trooper. She's such a good dog. But if you've seen the Dogmas video, she was outside and there were birds out there, and she was like, go away, birds, get away, this is my home. But it was super cute. Had to watch her and make sure she didn't push herself too much, because she was, hey, wasn't she? Your mommy was trying to jump and everything up high. So we had to keep an eye on her that she wasn't trying to strain herself and push herself. Hey, buddy boy. She is, I noticed lately, as I told you the other day, sleeping more. I also noticed her appetite is starting to increase a nice bit. So she's definitely getting further along in her pregnancy. Aren't you, baby girl? Aren't you? You're getting further along. She's absolutely loving the heater. She's sitting in front of it there now as it's turning back and forth. Hey, is that your mama? You giving her a kiss? That was so nice, Layla. Layla giving you a kiss, Nala. Wasn't she? What do you think of that, Claire? Claire is definitely a big, big time protector. of all her sisters, her brother, and her mommy. Aren't you? You're like the protector of the group. You tired? Oh, that playing earlier outside got you beat. From dog to dog, it's definitely different on how their behavior is when pregnant. For some dogs, they do get irritable. Nala, thankfully, with all 3 so far of her pregnancy, she has not been irritable at all. Now, that doesn't mean that your dog or another dog or whatever the case may be and why you're watching this video, but doesn't mean they won't get irritable when pregnant. Just so happens we lucked into Nala doesn't get irritable. But if you watch the Dogmas video, she was there pretty much telling the birds to like go away out of it and get out of our yard. But she's done that even since she was a puppy. That's not just her being pregnant and being irritable. That's just, like I said, Nala being Nala. Another thing is some dogs do vomit. Nala, her first pregnancy, she did in the early start of it, did vomit. But in her second, and so far this one, there hasn't been no vomiting. She hasn't done that for those 2 at all. Hey, Missy, no vomiting. Like I said, it really does vary from dog to dog. Weight gain is for all dogs that are pregnant. You're gonna see that. You need to get brushed too, Miss Molly. Okay, we're gonna do that after I'm done filming. But that's another thing you're gonna notice is weight gain in any pregnant dog. Like I said in another video, the belly will drop, the sides will expand, her stomach will certainly increase. And when it comes to being tired easily, Nala didn't get tired at all in her first part of her pregnancy. It wasn't until later on. And it only really kicked in, like I said to you yesterday. In yesterday's video, that's when her being tired, I really started to notice it and there was a difference. But she is pretty far now. And she's starting to get this down anyway, this whole pregnancy thing. Aren't you, girly? Her being more affectionate. Oh my goodness. That, oh, can I get that, baby? Can I get that daddy go? I know, it's sorry, it's gone. Let me get this one too. But her being more affectionate is definitely something I have noticed and discussed it in other videos. She is certainly more clingy to me and my husband, wanting to be around. Now, she is like it before pregnancy, but it's in overdrive when she's pregnant. She just, yeah. What was that? Everywhere me and my husband are, she wants to be. She wants to be right in close to me, but certainly affectionate. And in the first part of her pregnancy, I didn't notice any decrease in her appetite. Her appetite did stay the same, but it did certainly, it is now starting to increase, that's for sure. Hey, girly. You getting ready? You said, I'm tired. I'm over this today now, Mama. And in case you're wondering, and I have mentioned it in one of her other videos, but pregnancy does occur roughly for 58 to 68 days for Nala's type of breed. Some other breeds, that might vary and be a bit different. It can also range from 57 to 65 days. But as you've seen in her heat videos, I had marked down and kept track of every time her and Kenai did mate. Does this feel nice? Feel very nice. Nice little massage. But it was always wrote down. I wrote it down on their little board in there. There's Claire. She got to check in on her. She does this all the time. Just checks in on Nala. But if you plan on breeding, that is something you certainly want to do, is keep track of when the female and the male mate. And I'm just going to end off this video by saying, because I'm just going to be giving her a very light massage here now just to soothe her. And I'm probably going to brush her now soon too. Actually, I am going to brush her as soon as I'm done, just giving her a light rub because she needs it right now. And I'm just going to end off by saying, if you're curious if your dog is pregnant in the first week or two, you're not going to really notice it. And do remember that it's, give it roughly, okay, we'll mark it 63 days. So 63 days, expect your dog to have puppies. So if you think your dog is pregnant and they're starting to show, they're definitely past the 2-week mark. Because in the first 2 weeks, you're not really going to notice anything. Now, they might show some vomiting, and that might be your red flag of, okay, wait, now is my dog possibly pregnant? And like I said, that's probably going to be your only real indicator in the first 2 weeks if your dog is pregnant. Week 3, you might really start to notice some changes and then really start to be like, okay, my dog might be pregnant. And this might be her teats. You might see them start to enlarge. And teats, if you don't know what they are what's on top of the mammary gland, which is also called the nipple. But that's it here. Here's an example of one. But you'll start to see those enlarge. You'll also see an appetite increase in week 3. This is depending too on the dog. I don't want to say every dog, but this varies from dog to dog, all the stuff I'm listing up, because like I said earlier with Nella in terms of vomiting, yes, she did in litter 1, but litter 2 in this litter, there hasn't been any of that. There had been no vomiting. So appetite increase, you might see that in week 3. Again, that is something else that will really vary from dog to dog. Their appetite might kick in and increase a little later than 3 weeks, or it might be at 3 weeks. Another thing you might notice at 3 weeks that will start, and we sure did with Nala, is affectionate. And oh my goodness, she became a big silky baby. And she normally is a huge silky baby, as I said earlier, but it went into overdrive. And that is it for this video here today. We hope you liked it. Hey Nala. And thank you for watching today's video. I'm just going to give her a very light rub on her sides and her back here now. Hey girly. And just get her nice and relaxed. And then I'm going to give her a nice brush because, oh my, Miss Nala, you need a brush right now, honey. And she loves, like, she absolutely adores being picked at. She loves her nails done. She loves a bath. She loves being brushed. All things, anything to do with touch, Nala is such a huge fan of. Hey, pretty girl. We'll see you tomorrow.